We have Dive Bomb Kaisa in there for FBI to be able to follow up.
Well, it looks like a very different draft, a very different style of play for NRG's side, but over for Weibo, it's 3 of the picks being exactly the same. Make it 4 as the Melio is locked in next to the Aphelios, guaranteeing that the Rel is in the jungle once more. The only thing changing for Weibo in this game is the Aatrox into the Cassandra.
I think it is a bit of an interesting one, though, to see Weibo still prioritizing the Enchanter supports, and especially when you look at, like, Crisp hasn't had the best of times trying to play engage supports domestically. You think of, like, I mean, there's a meme with his Nautilus hooks. His Nautilus hooks kind of send him in, don't bring anyone else, and then you give over a kill as Weibo. So I definitely think it's been a case of, well, Crisp is feeling more confident on these styles of picks, and you will have to see if you're going to have enough of that anti-engage setup and enough of that well, let's get rid of the CC to set up here for Light, because this is way more dive focused and way more targeted focus on him than the last round.
Yeah, Weibo have so many options, right, with their comp. They can both play to peel and kite back, as well as to set up their own plays, set up their own initiative, especially with Xiaohu and Weiwei again. I also feel like Weibo are going to have more damage if NRG don't have a good beginning to the game. So I think the early stages of the game might be critically important for NRG to start kind of gaining some items and being able to bolster some of those base damage, because this time around they're running just a core of the 2 DPS, and while Cassante early stages, base damage and stuff can do decently with the Iceborne, in the later stages, Weibo will outpace.
And that's why I think you have to try and see if you can find this early success with NRG in the skirmishes, like we saw in game 1. 2 kills quickly going across the Palafox. Maybe you could try and set up for something like that once more, but not having the Renekton there and then having that Orianna in the mid lane, I think is going to make it kind of difficult to try and play topside. And in theory, Aphelios Melio should have control over the bot end.
Well, let's rock and roll. It's time for game number 2. Remember back in game number 1, we had a very, very close match for a very long time. Laning NRG across the rift right now. They've got a 600 gold lead with no kills. Now Ignar is going to get rooted up by the Gravitum. Crash down from Weiwei. First blood, and it goes over to Crisp.
This is so good from Weibo, just going, hey, look, as long as we control this bottom quadrant, we control the bot side of the map. And once more, it's just Weiwei going, I don't care about my CS, I'm going to go, but Crisp
having to flash away now himself. His contract catches him at the very end of his recall, nearly getting a punish there, but not enough.
We're going to go for a bottom side dive here. NRG, they kill the ward, they're still going to go.
NRG wants to make the 4-man play. They got the Unbreakable Will, and they're ready to start. Weiwei's already here for the counter-attack, but they jump in. The Killer Instinct's going to find Light, and he's already down. Ignar with the flash away to make sure he doesn't pay one back. Pop Blossom only finds one. Xiaohu's going to pick up Ignar, but now he might be taken down. The Shy teleports in. World Enders ready to end their world, baby. FBI staying alive only for a moment to kill Xiaohu, but now they're trapped between a rock and a hard place. FBI falls. There's nothing left. NRG are crushed. It's 5 kills over to Weibo.
The Shy teleports down behind them and slams the door shut behind NRG after what was a successful dive onto Light, killing the Aphelios, getting the flash, but the Shy is here. There's no escape.
All right, NRG have control over topside river.
Here we go.
The Shy still hanging around the bottom half of the map, but remember, the level 15 Aatrox does have a teleport that he can use. NRG are going to start up the Baron. They're daring Weibo to come and answer. Palafox throwing the ball into the brush. Weiwei having to back away again now. 5,000 HP left for the Baron. Weiwei goes in with a Magnet Storm. Pop Blossom's gonna find one, but nothing else. Killer Instinct into the back line, but FBI's gonna die. Light gets the first kill, and Ignar has to run. Xiaohu stays alive, and NRG are crushed. A double kill back over to Light. The Shy puts a blade through the heart of Contracts, and Palafox and Dokla can do nothing but look on as Weibo will absolutely decimate North America's team.
The combo was separated from NRG, and Weibo pounds immediately onto RNG, and now they turn towards the Baron.
Light did such a good job kiting back with his Gale Force. Now though, Baron, 6,000 HP and dropping.
Game number 1, they had to do a 3v5, now it's a 2v4. Dokla going in, they're trying to find the damage onto Weiwei. Dokla kills him off, and the Baron's not gonna be taken just yet. Dokla's still fighting. The Shy trying to find the Q3, but he ain't gonna grab it. Dokla dashing back out of the way of the Infernal Chains, and once again, NRG outman, defend the Baron.
It's all game 1 again! Are we gonna turn towards the Baron once more?
Well, Palafox and Dokla, they look like they're recalling Dokla here. He's got his teleport. They're going to go for it.
Again.
They're going for the same play.
They're doing it again. NRG going after the Baron. The response from Weibo, what's it gonna be? Baron down to 5,000. Weiwei's still dead.
Finish!
TP
Finish!
in. World Ender's still there. Baron dropped. However, the Pop Blossom just found 3. Xiaohu goes in. The massive shockwave nearly kills Light and Crisp. Xiaohu's hanging on. Contract turning it right back around on the Light, but he won't be able to find enough damage. Dokpa can't do it either. As energy bodies hit the floor all over the river, they got the Baron, but it's Weibo who takes their lives.
The idea there was everybody full send on Light and immediately kill. Here we go.
All right, Weiwei's the target. They're sending everything on the enemy jungler, but everything is not enough. Contracts at 200 HP as the Shy. Wings spread wide, looks to cut him off. FBI marked by Light. Gravits him, catches up to him here from long range. They root him up. Jump forward with the Q1, ain't gonna do it. The Shy still going forward. Infernal Chains back onto the Alistar, pulls him into place. Not enough damage. Weibo nearly gets a kill, but not quite.
Positioning for Weibo in mid though, they want the Cassante.
They go in, but the Pathmaker gets him away back underneath the tier 2. Is it gonna be enough just yet? Yes, it will! Light is unstoppable, and he shines bright with the rest of Weibo underneath the tier 2, or what was left of it after the push finds its way forward. It's a 6,000 gold lead for Weibo, and they're looking for the enemy base. Inhibitor turret under pressure. Weiwei leading the way as he has to crash down backwards, but a big ulti coming in from Light yet again. Ignar and Contracts now having to retreat as the tier 3 turret starts to crumble. Weibo is a machine once they get ahead, and they're not stopping yet. Palafox is run down, and Light is making a highlight reel out of these guys.
Run from it! Hide from it! Love it or hate it! Aphelios has made it to the world stage, and Weibo want to ride those coattails to another victory here against NRG.
Meanwhile, now they're looking for the Shy. Pick their way back in.
All right, they're going after the Aatrox, but he's already got the Sterix. He's finding a lot of healing, but it ain't going to be enough. Shut down over to Contracts. Xiaohu makes a TP, but what can they find? Ignar looking to regroup. They got to try to save FBI. He slammed back into the ground, and Xiaohu found him. Now we got a 4v4. Even fight, but it looks like Weibo doesn't want to take it. All right, everybody grouped up around mid. North America is very familiar with this situation. The Shy getting jumped on by Contracts here, loses a little bit of HP, but nothing too serious. Jumping right back in, goes for the Q3, but he won't find it. Now with the World Ender, Ignar with a knock up onto 2. They crash down into FBI. He's under pressure. The Shy is still alive. Dokpa goes all out with the Bomb Blossom, finds another one. The Shy's still not going to be killed just yet, but FBI finally got him. Ignar giving the other 2 away. Energy going for the team fight. Ignar, the target. He can't be saved, and Light is godlike. It's a 4v4 on the Rift, as Weibo have control over the Drake Pit, and Contracts has no way in. Mountain Soul goes over to Weibo.
They don't have any opportunity to get in. Palafox is looking for something sneaky. Has no damage, no ult available, and it will be Weibo picking up the Soul. TP available on the Shy. I think Weibo are going to rush Baron.
They certainly are, but so are NRG. Contracts is trying to get there early so he can get some vision.
The problem is, Dacta just said it. It's the TP for the Shy. As soon as he spawns, he's right there. Ignar's got to take the long way, and I hope the Cal's been doing his cardio. Energy, there's no way they get there in time. The Baron's already at 5K. Weibo's going to get the Soul. Weibo's going to get the Baron. Weibo's got everything. Contracts tries to get away with the Vault Breaker. Tries to stay alive. Dokla's in the middle of everybody. The Shockwave Asante. He gets the Shockwave placement over for Palafox. A massive Q3, but there's no follow-up. Weibo's in trouble as FBI and Contracts are now fighting the Shy. They take him low, but they can't take him down. The Shy's Aatrox is a raid boss, and he's still fighting. Ignar finally drops him as they come in with a massive counterattack, and the Pop Blossom claims FBI. The follow-up claims Ignar, and Weibo is about to take the game.
Energy got the Shy, but Weibo are coming for the Nexus. They've got Baron, and they can push hard.
They may have got the raid boss, but it's not gonna matter. Weibo still pushing. They go in after the enemy carry. Palafox trying to get away, and he barely survived. Now Contract, he's the sacrificial lamb. Light is legendary, and Dokla and Palafox cannot stop him. Game number 1 was close. Game number 2, absolutely not. Dokla can't do it. He goes all out, but he's only gonna buy a moment. Light is legendary, and Weiwei leads the charge. The Nexus is under pressure as Palafox keeps trying to fight back, but the Aphelios will take Nexus number 2, and Weibo hits match point.
Weibo are not stopping here in the quarterfinals.